Welcome to Charting Cryptos, Commodities, and Currencies. As we always do, we will start with the big chart, the weekly chart on the big boy, Bitcoin. What do we see going on? Well, the 24-hour-a-day chart up 5.99% right now. And of course, as Bitcoin had popped up, and we'd watched it at the beginning of the year. I've been talking about this all year. As it popped up, pulled back, popped up, pulled back. This last time, the prior time to this one, back in late June, it popped up about the whole amount that it moved up. Then it rolled over all the way down to where it had started prior to that June pop-up, and then sort of built itself up. Had a slack week on the 9th of October, but after that, we saw it going from somewhere in the 26,000, 27,000, up to now, right now, 37,573, up 5.65% right now, but moving up quite nicely. Now, again, we saw the real volume back there on this week beginning the 23rd of October, slacking off since then, but again, Bitcoin moving in the right direction. Look at what's been going on that 195-minute chart throughout the course of the day. It had pulled way back and then started moving up strongly, actually. Started that on Wednesday early morning. We're talking 1:30 a.m. So again, nice moves on Bitcoin, getting chartable. That's at least nice and a little easier to see on this 24-hour-a-day chart as opposed to the XBTF, the ETF that tracks Bitcoin. Now we look at Ethereum. What is it doing? Well, Ethereum up for the day 3.43%. Again, harder to find a lot of pattern in here. Look at all this just sort of crappy sideways slide. If you were trying to jump in and jump out, it would have been a mess on the weekly chart. But as we see what it's been doing here, starting on the week beginning the 23rd of October, moving up quite nicely. Now, this week, not hit the high of last week yet, but, and again, you can see how weak all this volume has been, how low it has been. So, again, on the two-day chart, really had that slam up. On Thursday, November 9, you can see it here on the two-day chart, and haven't reached that high again at this point. That's what's up with Ethereum now. Of course, the Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund is top 10 cryptocurrencies weighted as per market share. And of course, once it decided to take off back in mid-October, it has just been clicking up nicely. For the day alone, up 9.02%. Is that not beautiful after all this crud along through here for just weeks on end? Just gorgeous. So again, cryptocurrencies showing us a little brightness. Now, let's move from cryptocurrencies to commodities. We like to take a look at some real things. What do we see going on? Well, not a lot in the commodity space. We see copper moving up some over the last 3 weeks. Nothing to knock your eyes out. We look at silver. We had it try to move up, really captured all of that up move in the first week. Started back in mid-October and then just died on the vine, and now just sort of down and sideways and spinning top this week. Not much to tell with silver. Up for the day, 1.32%. You can see 2 days of decent up movement, but can't even really draw a trend line there. Just be flat. What is that going to do for us? So not a lot to track there in silver right now. Soybeans, they've been moving up. That's good to see for the last 3 weeks. We look at oil, not so good. Oil really just, it was the one thing that was going when the market was getting hammered and sort of peaked out there in late September. Down, tried to pop up again in mid-October, and then boom, rolling over, going down. We look at where we are, natural gas, not a lot going on there, and again, just some tough times. We look at the gasoline fund. Again, it also, tried to peak there in September, and then going down. So again, as we roll into winter, be nice to see oil Fuels continue to be declining as far as the costs go, but don't know how long that will last, but we'll help you look at it every single week. Lastly, as we always do, we go to currencies. Let's look at the euro. It has been picking up after weeks of down movement. We saw it bottom and then turn around and down some for the day, but Tuesday, big day for the euro, popping up quite nicely. So again, after running down, see the euro gaining a little bit of energy. We also see less, but something going on with the British pound after many, many weeks of down move and then many weeks of a sideways slide over the last 3 weeks, trying to catch a little flame. What about the yen? Not happening, my friends. The yen tried to get up in July and then just roll back over again, heading on down strongly. Now we look at where the yen bottomed out before. We're about there. Check that out. Let me move this up so you can see it. If we go to where the yen bottomed out back in 2022 in mid-October, we are right there. We're right there at it. Might be, in fact, a little bit lower than it went. It's about there at it. So we'll keep an eye on the yen to see if maybe this is a bottom. Yen may gain a little traction. It did nicely here, starting out at the 63 mark or so, moving all the way up to 72. Wouldn't be bad to capture $9 on a $63 ETF, would it? Wouldn't be bad at all. So we'll keep an eye on the yen. That is where we are with charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies. I always like to do this once a week for you guys. See what's going on with some different things, typically outside most people's perspective. Hope you enjoy it. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.